Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Rodolfo here, and just wanted to say that I decided for my first video that I'd pick up Bristol Rovers from the first video and do a couple of matches with them. This was my first ever youth squad legend and I finished it. Yeah, it was the first time I finished. I will do a separate video on the background of the players, and the other will be the matches. So yeah, so if you don't want to watch the other video, so I'm gonna do two videos. So to start things off, we got Pablo Ayala. He is 85 rated. Yeah, I think. Well, he was 84, but I mean, personally for me, he was, the best keeper I got in FIFA 16, easily. And that's a big shout because there's Aguiar there from Manchester United. There is Ross Gagnon, but Ayala was taller and he had good reactions. Just proves my point, I guess. But not just that, the saves they pulled in the actual game made him look even more ridiculous than these stats, you know, these goalkeeping stats. You look like every single one of them was 90 at least. He came through the academy. Yeah, he came through the academy. It was like first or second season with shit scouts that I got him. I mean, you can't ask for better than that. He had the potential to be special as well. So yeah, Mark Lewis, he is a right back. He popped up in the BPL early on in the career mode, but I could only get him like 5th, 6th season of the save, where I got into the BPL, and you can see why. I mean, ridiculous overall. And he had the potential to be special as well. I mean, another player that just stands out. I mean, 98 crossing for a wing back. It wasn't much used then in FIFA 16, but here it's a bit overpowered, really. I'd say crossing is fixed. It's not overpowered, and you can do it, you know, but you have to do it correctly in order to work, which I feel is what you need for crossing and everything else. They've got a good balance there. I'll give that to EA. And then look at marking, short pass, slide tackle, stand tackle, just ridiculous stuff. Even heading accuracy. I mean, normally some of the wing backs that are smaller just can't head the ball, and he can. He can. 6'4", he was 2-star, 3-star, so he got blessed with the skill moves in the creation center. I had to create all of these 30 players to do this video, and I couldn't edit skill moves. They just popped up as it was. I mean, yeah. But it's good. It's good that skill moves are actually benefiting the players this time, because it's some bullshit when you get a great striker and he's got like 1-star FIFA and 2-star skill moves, and he's got the wrong work rates. It's just ridiculous. So this guy, Portuguese, Hernani Jorge Gonçalves Varela, I mean, he popped up in the academy early on, so we got to see his growth. We didn't sell him, I think we didn't sell him. There was a point that we were about to, but I don't think I sold him, you know. And he's still ridiculous. I mean, he didn't get any Maybomps, and he's still ridiculous centre back. Yeah, Gonçalves 6'2" as well. He didn't got blessed with the skills moves, and he had those. He had 2-star, 2-star, by the way. So this is Alexandro Caro Morales. Ridiculous physicals, ridiculous skill attributes. I mean, For centre backs, you only need heading and marking and tackling. They normally have high shot power as well, but I don't really count that. That's mainly because of their strength and the physical power, yeah. 6'2". Yeah, just great centre back. Unfortunately, he was injured for the final, so he didn't got to see him. The left back here is another ridiculous wing back, and you could definitely see how ridiculous overpowered the wing backs were, and they still are sometimes. I mean, you can get some sick talent through wing backs, and normally the regions are great as well. I mean, this one is a perfect example. Ashley Cole's regen, yeah. Do I need to say more? Do I really need to say more? Ridiculous player to play with. 95 crossing, 91 curve. I mean, the physicals, just 97 acceleration, 90 sprint speed, 87 stamina, just ridiculous. And then he's got good tackling, marking, and short pass. And then shot power, he could take free kicks as well. I mean, yeah, he got a bit blessed with the skill moves, which we're going to use right away. I think it was either 3-star or 4-star. And by the way, some of the stats of the players aren't the exact same, because the good part is that you can edit the stats, and I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna give more stats to the players I think that deserve more and downgrade the others that don't deserve. That seems fair, so why not do it? The next player we're gonna have to talk about is Caprari, and he's an Italian wing back, and he popped up in the Serie A, and I was like, who the hell is this region? And I was like, I have no idea, because he popped up as a left back and he could play right mid and centre mid. And by the way, he had 5-star skill moves, not just here. In the proper video, he had 5-star skill moves as well in the proper save. And Gazzola was injured for the final, and he had to play right wing. And I think I've put the Philip Lahm region in there, just sick as well. Very, very powerful and good technique, to be fair, very good technique. Could play either centre mid, central defensive midfielder and wing back. I played him in both, even though he had 2-star weak foot and 1-star skill moves, so he got just blessed with 5-star skill moves really. Then yeah, and Caprari was the difference maker in that final. He created the first goal for Mandanda's Tullan's region. Very pacey, great skill attributes for a midfielder. The only problem that he was a bit short. Daniele Gazzola, this is an interesting one. This guy, and it was a Italian right midfielder who popped up in the free agents pile, and instead of joining us, he decided to join Real Madrid. Yeah, and guess what? He's gonna play against his former club now. Yeah, he was 1-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. So I felt that he should have 2-star weak foot, because he could use his weak foot, to be fair, when I played him. And it wasn't as bad as the 1-star weak foot. I decided to give him an increase, and he got blessed with the skill moves. Ridiculous physicals, ridiculous technicals. Just a shame that he had 1-star weak foot. This is the Silva Oliveira. I'll start with him. He is Ronaldinho's region, and he could play either central attacking midfielder or at left midfield, which I played him because Schultz is high rated, because I boosted a lot of his stats because he was a legend. Just basically that's the main reason, and he was only an 81 at 26, so he wasn't grow. Ricardo Barbosa de Souza, he was a left winger, not a left mid. That's why he's got a slight downgrade to an 83. He was 84. And then Mikel Uriga, the main man up front. He is 88 rated. Ridiculous. Lewandowski pre-gen. Do I need to say more? Do I really need to say more? A 6'6" striker. He had 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves by the way. He kind of did the work rate. But he had high-low, which is the perfect work rate for a striker. And he was ridiculous. The attacking ones, I mean, ball control, crossing, even crossing, yeah, when forced out wide and you need to whip it in. Yeah, it's going to be useful in here. Not as much as in FIFA 16, because you know how crossing was, just shit. Even though I scored the Champions League final goal with a cross and a header, it's still shit. The crossing was just like, you had to get it perfect. You didn't have a slight margin of competing for the header unless it was just unmarked. And the cross would just had to be perfect, really. And then he's got 96 curve, 97 dribbling, 91 free kick accuracy, 81 heading accuracy, 81 long shots, 86 penalties, 95 shot power. I mean, and he got blessed with the skill moves here, with the 5-star skill moves. I'm like, yeah, you're just gonna destroy everybody up front. Right, next guy, Luke Williams. He is 5'10", he is Terry's region by the way, and he had the exact same weak foot and skill moves. Great little player to play with. Only con is 5'10", a bit short for centre back, so sometimes I play him out wide. I had to play centre back for the final, but he was good at centre back because he had a lot of strength and he could chase the ball and he could tackle. I mean, he could mark, he could keep up, really. He's like the man who goes and first and goes for the ball, you know. Really good centre back to play with. Even though he's 5'10", even though I felt like he was 6 foot. Next we got Kwao Habe, and this is an interesting one because this guy was from the academy and we released him. For some reason we had to release him. I don't know what it was, but we had to release him, and he of course had the May bump in the free agents, and he stayed there for a couple of years, and then Liverpool, of all people, snapped him up. And he was an 83 rated wing back, 22 years old. Ridiculous player to play with, especially because of the physical. I mean, look at that. Those are better than fucking Lewis and Fryer and even Origa's. I mean, that's just ridiculous. But then again, technicals needed a bit of improvement, even though the tackling was just on point. The main attributes were there, like tackling, crossing. I mean, I can do with that. Dribbling, short pass, even short power was there, for fuck's sake. And then he was 6'2", he could play centre back as well, which was really helpful. I didn't have a proper wing back to replace Lewis, because I wanted Dalavadova to play on the left, and he's Dani Alves' region, just didn't grow in time really. Daniel Mabel, he is from the academy, Australian. He got blessed with the skill moves here. I think he had 3-star, 4-star. Mabel, Kouassi, Namli and Borley, because they were all centre mids. You can't create centre mids in the creation centre, and you can't create wingers. You only can create like left midfielders and right midfielders. You can create inside forwards, but that's not really a position, is it? They should change that. And Daniel Mabel, of course, got bumped to an 85. 4 overall increase, by the way, to his overall. Most of the increase was because of the actual position. The other was a bit of his stats that are changed and improved, especially the stamina one. I think it was about 70. Federico Rugani, he is Totti's region. He was a centre forward, not a striker. Just great player to have on the bench and come on and make a difference, because, yeah, I mean, Uriga has to start, hasn't he? These two, especially Rugani, stayed in the shadows. And Rugani was 83 rated. The change of position made him drop to an 82, I think. And then Sataku, he is Ibrahimovic's regen. He just pace abuse, and he can use them first 6 skill attributes. And he had the shot power and the penalties as well, apparently. 6-1, I mean, I think he was 3-star, so he got blessed with the skill moves. He had another guy that got blessed. Christoph Strasser, he is Stranzel's regen from the Bundesliga at Gladbach. And he didn't disappoint. He was another player that just was great. Up next is Ivor Ovica, and great player to play with, even though he's got low physicals, because he was from the academy and he was a defensive minded guy. 6'1", got a bit blessed with the skill moves. I think he had 2-star, if I'm not correct. Ismail Kouassi, he was Yaya Touré's regen. He was only 21 back then when he had this kind of stats. So keep that in mind. He could have gone way better than he is right now. And Soren Namli, he popped up in the free agent in like the 4th season, if I'm not correct. And physicals just off the fucking charts. As a central attacking midfielder, was actually better than a central midfielder. Just noticed it now. Just great playing as a holding midfielder, I guess. Great player to play with. 5'10" only. Was a bit of a con, but not much really. It was a real complete player, to be fair. Next we have Joe Woods. I mean, another winger that we found in the BPL. He could play left wing and left midfield. Got a bit of an increase because I felt that he didn't got the chance to prove his full worth, and he was a bit underrated at the time. When he played, he made the difference. I think he had 4-star, 3-star, if I'm not correct. He got blessed with the skill moves. Damien Silva, great little player from the academy. He had the potential to be special. He could have been better than Nuriga, lads. Could have been better than Nuriga if I didn't overwritten the save. Hashtag shame on me. It's like a Chicharito, really. Exact same playing style, but way better than him actually playing with him. Liam Walling, he is Steven Gerrard's regen, quick as hell. He had some sick skill attributes, but he was 5'5". And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a centre that's got 5'5"? Well, play him on the wing. It worked a treat. Crossing was 71, but it didn't feel like it. And this curve made up for it. Alisani, you can probably think who it is. It is Thomas Rosiski's regen. He could play on the right midfield where I played him most of the time. Christopher Dupé, he was Ribery's regen, got blessed with the skill moves, and he was sick. His major con is that he was 5'7". That's why I didn't play him a lot at that time, and because we had the Souza and Oliveira mainly, but he was 5'7", and I was like, he's short. I have guys like Joe Woods that I can put on the bench. They're 5'11", they're tall enough. Jan Bazort, he didn't grow in time. He got a 2 overall increase because he was Robin's regen and he was only 20 years old. Got blessed with the skill moves here. I think it was 4-star, if I'm not correct. I improved a bit of his stats because he didn't got to grow in time. And he was great to play with, by the way. He was 79 rated. Finally, this guy, Mone Paca, I'm not really sure who he is, but he popped up in the Liga. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Here was the background of the players. I'm gonna upload the matches either tonight or at last tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you with the matches. Until then, have a happy new year and have a good one. Goodbye.